Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to make your own nail polish shelf. I've completely filled up my current two nail racks and my new nail polish has had to sit on the floor. These are not the cheapest things. Usually you're going to end up paying between $30 and $40 and up, depending on what size you get. So I decided to go to Home Depot and make my own shelves. I can add as many shelves as I'd like to. Right now I'm just going to do 2. But if I need more, I can easily go back to Home Depot and add more. So that's a great thing about it. Usually on nail polish racks you have to order online, because I, for one, don't know any local places that sells them. And I have definitely looked. So what I did was I went to Home Depot and I looked in their trim where they have the baseboards, the trim for your home. And that's basically what this is. It is the most perfect width for nail polish. And I bought this little piece here to act as a ledge. Since we do play music and sometimes the vibrations may cause the nail polish to knock off of the shelf, but you could by all means just use that if that's all that you need. But for my needs, I definitely need some sort of ledge. So I bought that. As you can see, it's the perfect ledge there. I don't need much space, just a little bit. And yeah, it was really cheap. I got 4 pieces of wood to make 2 shelves. I'm going to use Elmer's glue. And then these corner brackets are what's going to attach it to the wall. That's a set of 4. I'm only going to need 2 per shelf. And also you're going to need a drill to drill those nails through the shelf and the wall. Mine is charging right now, so you'll see that in a second. The corner brackets were $3.28 and the wood $1.98 and $3.87. So total $9.87 for 2 shelves. They're going to hold a good amount of nail polish. So the savings is amazing. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use this Elmer's glue to bond this little ledge here to the shelf. I did try, as you can see right there, I did try to use nails to nail it in, but you're going to need to use very skinny nails since this wood is not that wide and you don't want to split the wood. And it was just too much of a hassle, and this is pretty, it's solid wood, so it's not compressed wood, so it's a little hard to get through. So I'm just going to opt for the glue option. So I'm going to glue that to there. Very simple, just a line of glue, attach that, hold it together, and let it dry. And after I do that, I'll be back. As you can see, I glued the ledge to there. That ledge is not going to have any weight directly on it, so you can let it sit for about 30 minutes before you drill it into the wall. Generally, you need to clamp it together when you're using wood glue, attaching 2 wood pieces, and let it sit overnight for the best bond. But in this case, I mean, there's nothing on the ledge that's going to go on that part that's going to knock it off. So it can dry on the wall after I install it to the wall. It will continue drying. I am going to wait 30 minutes, around 30 minutes before I install it. So there's the shelf, and if you're wondering why it's white, they do sell primed baseboards, which this is a white primer on the wood, and I obviously got white because my walls are white in my closet, so it matches well. So I'm going to take my baby to school. Tiana has school today.
Yep, that's me with the Princess Tiana shirt.
Yeah, I saw to do her hair.
And we have a white counter where the sink is, and the sink is white too.
Yeah, so I'm going to take her to school and have Vincent and Maya situated. And then when I get back, this should be...
Today's the...
1 second, baby. 1 second, okay? When I get back, I should be able to get this on the wall and show you guys. What we're going to do is drill this to the wall. Now, I have a drill here. If you're not handy with the drill, if you don't really know how to use it or have never done it before, you can have your husband or your boyfriend, brother, dad, whoever help you. I've been letting this dry for, I think it's been close to an hour now, a little longer than I was planning to. The longer the better. So as you can see, it's not coming off. I'm not going to try to pull it off because I do want to let it set overnight, but it's sturdy to the touch. It's not moving. So at this point, what you could do, if you want to make it perfect as you possibly can, you can grab a level to make sure that it's completely leveled across. It's not this way or that way. You could also have the associates at Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever store you go to that has, you know, these kind of materials. They could cut a piece of one of these so that you could put it right here on the edge, so it would go all the way around. I kind of forgot about that when I was there, but it's not really a big deal. Nothing's going to fall over on the edge unless I put it too close to the edge. And honestly, if I would have remembered, I might have done it, but I'm not bothered by that at the moment. So this is how this is going to work. It's going to go right there. I could flush it to the trim. I actually think I may. I want to make sure that there's enough space underneath, so when I place a nail polish, see, that's too short. When I place one, I can have space for different size nail polishes, because some nail polishes can be taller than others. So I think I'm going to make it even a little lower. Yeah, that should be good. That's pretty much how much space my rack gives them. So you could use something to write where you have it, pretty much where this is going to be going. With these come with nails. As you can see, that's going to go through there. So one of these will be going through the wood, and the other nail will go through the wall, like so. And that's what's going to hold everything intact. So at this point, I'm using 2 per shelf. I'm pretty sure I won't need one in the center. This is not holding, you know, 50 pounds. So you can decide whether you want to put the brackets on the bottom, and you could put them on the top. I'm going to opt for using it on the bottom. Now, I'm not going to put it way on the edge, only because the closer you put it to the center, the more support you're giving the center. So I'm thinking I want to place these, put one here, and then the same on the other end. And it is going to poke through a little bit. As you see, it's poking through. But that's really not a big deal. I mean, you want to make sure this is securely on there. Alright, so I have one added, and now I'm going to grab my bracket, put it about the same space that I put the other one. Grab my nail. As you can see, the wood is pretty securely glued together because it's not moving, and I am putting pressure on it right now. So the Elmer's glue is pretty good. I'm sure you can find it anywhere. Maybe even at like Michael's or a craft store like that. And then, yeah, I let it set for about an hour. So I'm going to drill this in. Gotta make sure this is even right here so that you can have it flush to the wall. Just like that. And you can always reverse, you know, hit the reverse button on your drill if you need to take it back out to straighten it up. But I got it right so far. So there's that. And now I'm going to attach this to the wall. Another very important thing is to make sure you have a stud finder, so when you screw the screw into the wall, it will be secure. If you don't have a stud finder, then you're going to need to use anchors. The anchor is going to secure the screw into the drywall so your shelf won't fall, and it'll be able to support your nail polish. Don't forget that. That's very important, guys. So I have 2 shelves here installed. Fairly easy to install, as you guys saw. And now I have place for more nail polish. That was all the nail polish that was sitting on the floor. I think it looks great. And the brackets underneath aren't too noticeable because it is something I have to look kind of down at, so I can't really see the brackets all that much. You guys could paint the wood whatever color you want. You can get it, buy it already primed with the white primer like I did, so I didn't have to paint it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this do-it-yourself tutorial.